Is going on, Fins fans? It is George back again with another Finscast podcast. We are doing the Dolphins and Bills preview edition. I don't need to tell you how important this game is for the Dolphins to have. I know it sounds kind of crazy. It's the second game of the season, but this might be the most important game of the season. The Bills have been our daddies for quite some time now. The Bills have absolutely dominated us. I believe they've won 7 of the last 8 matchups that we've had against them. We have had zero luck against them. They've just been able to do pretty much anything they wanted with us. This needs to change. Obviously, we need to win our division. And we need to play big in these big games. And it's something that we haven't done in the past. And hopefully that changes tomorrow. I'm shooting this podcast Wednesday, so all the information will be as of Wednesday night. I'll go over the injury report that came out. Not good news for us, but I mean, it is what it is. Let's start first with the quarterbacks. We have Josh Allen versus Tua, obviously. Josh Allen had an amazing first, a game against the Cardinals. It was very similar to our game, right? They started off very slow. They actually were down 14, just like we were, and they came back in the second half. And Josh Allen was awesome, as he usually is. As you may or may not know, I'm not a Josh Allen fan. Don't like him at all. Great player. Again, he's destroyed us. So what is there to like? And then, Tua, same thing. Slow start last game and ended up coming back and having a great game in the second half. So let's see what comes of it. I do think the Dolphins will win this game. That's my prediction. I'll give you my score prediction after, but I think it's going to be a great game. I think both quarterbacks are going to come out strong. Are going to come out and try to put up points almost immediately to get to really cement what they want to do in the game. The Bills are not the Bills of last year, right? They lost a ton on offense and on defense, and I don't think we kind of treat the Bills like the Chiefs, where it's like, it doesn't matter who they have. Mahomes is going to go out there and be Mahomes, and Josh Allen is not Mahomes. Period. Josh Allen is good. Josh Allen, great, but he just does not have the firepower behind him, and I don't think he can do it by himself. Last year, they lost Stephon Diggs, Gabe Davis, Tre'Davious White, Jordan Poyer, Micah Hyde. Those are big. One of those guys plays for us now. Those are big losses. Yeah, they picked up Curtis Samuel and Mac Hollins, but those are big losses. Stephon Diggs is, top 5, for sure, top 10 wide receiver in the league. And losing him is huge. Gabe Davis also was huge for them. And I just don't know if they can do without them. Now, of course, they won game 1. They were playing a lesser opponent, right? The Cardinals are not, they might be a playoff team, but I don't think they're very good. So we shall see. On the defense, their defense is good. Their defense is always good. Their front is big. They have Von Miller, Ed Oliver, Daquan Jones, Greg Rousseau. Hopefully, him being from Miami, he'll go easy on us, but probably not. And that's going to be a big challenge for the offensive line. Can they keep these guys from getting to Tua? Can they stop that rush and give Tua some time to be able to throw. We saw last year Tua gets the ball out quick. Again, this year, I believe, if I remember correctly, correct me if I'm wrong, he had the fastest release in the first week again. Again, I don't think that's by mistake. I think that's on purpose, and that's part of the Dolphins offense and how they operate. So we'll see. They one of their cornerbacks is out. Teron Johnson, he's out with a forearm injury. That's big. That's one of their big guys on defense, and especially considering the scheme that they play, that's going to be big. That's going to be big for us, and so hopefully we can take advantage of that. And I'm sure Mike McDaniel is looking to, pick on that side of the ball and be able to execute and take advantage of it. Let's go over the injury report. The injury report this week, it started off rough with us, right? We saw right off the bat Raheem and Devon on there, and it didn't get any better, right? Raheem, as we know now, he is out for the game with a chest injury. According to Mike McDaniel, he actually suffered that injury in the first quarter of the first game, and he tried to tough it out. Maybe that's why he wasn't as effective as he usually is. Obviously, if he's not playing this week on a short week, obviously that's a significant injury. Hopefully it doesn't lead into, or leach into other weeks, but we shall see. Devon Achane, he was limited, and he's officially questionable, and is a game time decision. So we'll see. I'm hoping that Devon will play. If not, then that running back room is going to be light. Now we do have, thankfully we do have a pretty deep running back room, right? With Mostert, Achane, Jeff Wilson, and Jalen Wright. Jalen Wright was our fourth round pick, pretty good in college, and surprising to me. I think I wasn't expecting him to be a healthy scratch for last game. I was expecting him to be out there and just throw him out there, see what he can do. But I guess it wasn't in the game plan. But if Achane is out, we're definitely going to see Jalen. I think even if Achane plays, I think we will see some Jalen, just because we need some bodies out there. And I'm excited to see what Jalen can do. Fourth round pick, and I'm excited to see what we have in him. He had a really good preseason, and so let's see. I'm assuming we'll hear about Achane sometime late tomorrow. I'm assuming they're going to wait until the last minute to let us know if he's going to play or not. So we shall see. Everyone else that was on the injury report, Jalen Phillips, Eichenberg, Ramsey, and Long, are all full participants. They've been taken off, so we shouldn't have any issues there. On the Bills side, like I mentioned before, Teron Johnson is out. And then defensive end Smoot is out as well. And then Josh Allen was on he got hurt last week. It was on his non-throwing hand, on his left hand. He was a full participant this whole week. I don't really think, there's a video of him practicing with a glove on. It's his non-throwing hand, so I don't think it's going to be a big issue. So, it's unfortunate that we start the season with injuries already. Injuries are a fact of the game, unfortunately, and something that we need to get through. And most teams are going to go through injuries. Last year we were decimated by injuries, and I'm hoping this isn't a harbinger of things to come, and we can just move on from here. Short week, so we'll see. We do have the home field advantage here, obviously, which is good, right? The Bills do not like playing here. They always complain about the heat and whatnot. Now, Obviously, it's a night game, so the sun won't be out. But if you're from Miami, you know that just walking outside, the humidity will get you, right? As soon as you walk outside, you're sweating, and it's going to be uncomfortable for them. And I think it was a driving force of what happened with the Jags last week, where as the game went on, they started to slow down, and eventually the heat caught up to them. So we shall see. Coaching strategies. Again, I spoke in the last podcast. I really want to see Mike McDaniel open up the playbook a little bit more, stop with the passes behind the line of scrimmage, and let's throw the ball downfield. Let's let Tua do what he does. Let's let Jalen do what he does. Let's let Tyreek do what he does, and let's go. Let it fly. I'd like to see a high scoring game from us. I didn't like the way the offense looked last game. Let's look at the betting lines. Dolphins, I believe this line opened as Dolphins as a 1 point favorite, if I remember correctly. Don't quote me on that. As of right now on Hard Rock Bet, the Dolphins are a 2.5 point favorite, right? The over-under is currently set at 49 points. Passing yards, Josh Allen's over-under is set at 246, and Tua's set at 266. I think those numbers are pretty good. I think one thing that Josh Allen that we have to do as a team is try to stop him from running. I think that's his big gift, right? Because he's so big and he's hard to take down. But if you force him to throw, I think he's going to make mistakes. I mean, it's no secret. He has a lot of turnovers, a lot of interceptions, and for me, the key to the game is force him to throw the ball. Stop him from running, force him to throw it, and let the DBs do what they do best. The over-under for passing touchdowns is set at 1.5 each, and interceptions is set at half each. My big bets for the night: Tua over rushing. Again, I do think we're going to see a much more mobile Tua this season. His over-under set at 4.5. I want to see Tua take off and get those first downs when we need them. Again, I don't need him to be Josh Allen. I don't need him to run for 50, 60 yards. I don't want him to do that. That's not his game. But when the field opens up and the first down is there and it's, second and 4 or second and 5, go and get that first down. Something that he didn't do last year. Something that was frustrating when it was just right there and he couldn't go and get it. So my bets for the night are Tua over on the rushing yards, over 4.5, and Josh Allen over on interceptions. I hope that we can force him not to run, force him to throw, and then we can capitalize on the interceptions. I'll leave you with this. My prediction for the game. My prediction is going to be Miami Dolphins 21, Buffalo Bills 17. I do think the Dolphins take this one. I wish I was man enough to say that the Dolphins are going to blow them out. I just have no faith in that. It's PTSD from, like I mentioned, all the other matchups before. Most of these games are not, there's no blowout games. I do remember the Bills blowing us out in one of the games. I don't remember when that was. I probably, blocked it out of my mind. But most of these games are drag out, close games. And I do think this one is going to be that as well. And we shall see. I don't really like that it's so soon in the season and a short week, but it is what it is. That's what the schedule dictates. We've got to play them again. So this isn't the only time we're going to see them. But man, if you take care of this game, you're 2-0, you beat the Bills, you will be on top of the standings in the East. and you really take control of your destiny there. It's a big game. I don't need to tell you guys. I don't need to tell anyone. Everyone knows how big this game, how important this game is for everyone, for the Dolphins to get, and they really do need to step up and take care of business. All right, Fins fans, I'll leave you there. Fins up. Peace.